Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this episode I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can install a Docker on your Raspberry Pi. So first of all, you're going to have to SSH into your Raspberry Pi. I'm going to use a PowerShell to SSH into my Raspberry Pi, and the command to SSH would be SSH followed by the username, which is Pi by default, and the IP address. 192.168.50.48 is the IP address for my Raspberry Pi. Yours might be different, just be aware. And they'll prompt you for password, and the default password is raspberry in lowercase, RASPBERRY. Once you hit enter, you'll be in a Raspbian environment. Let's check the release version of the Raspbian here. So I'm running Raspbian 10 release 10, code name Buster. So Buster in 2022 right now is about 4, maybe 5 years old, so it's relatively old, right? Just be aware. And some of the Docker installation might not work very well, and I'll show you how you can mitigate around that here shortly. So I'm just going to clear the screen here, and so I can start fresh. Like any repository installation, you're going to have to do an update using sudo apt-get, and it will basically update your operating system. I've already done this update recently, so mine will go relatively fast. If you've done it for the very first time, it might take a bit. And given the fact this is a Buster, to upgrade, you're going to have to use the command call, let me clear the screen here, sudo apt-dist upgrade, just like that, and hit enter. Again, this might take anywhere from 30 seconds to 15 minutes. Say yes here, depending on how frequently you have upgraded your operating system. Mine, I've just done it recently, so it'll be relatively quick here. Okay, the upgrade is completed. So next thing you want to do would be to install some packages that's required by the Docker installation shell script. So these are the packages that you need. It's a bit weird here, but let me try this again. I'm going to type it out here. So it's called sudo apt-get install CA certificate, followed by curl gnupg, followed by lsb-release. So basically that's 4 different packages that we're installing. Hit enter. So once you install the packages, the next thing you want to do will be to install, download or add Docker's official gnupg key. I'm going to be installing into this particular directory here. Hit enter. And after that, I'm going to run the curl command to download it. So this is my second time running this command. That's why there's an override message here. I'm going to click yes. And then once that's done, I'm going to set up a repository next here using this command. All this command will be on the description section below. You can get it easily. So hit enter. So just want to keep in mind that this is a release -cs. What it does is that it creates a code. So basically it concatenates this URL followed by Buster and stable, and takes that and stores into this particular directory here, right? So that's once that's being done, I'll show you how you can use that to resolve some of the issues that you might be having in future. So first of all, you have already installed a couple of repositories, so I'm gonna hit an apt-get update. It should be relatively quick. And then I'm going to try to install using this command here. If this command fails with an error message saying repository with the HTTPS, docker.com release does not have release file, what you're going to have to do, mine went successful here, but what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to that same directory that I prescribed just now. Let's say, for example, say list, this directory. There's a file called docker.list, and if you look into that file, let's look into that file, docker.list. You'll see, sorry, not this, sorry. You'll see that it has this thing called Buster. So this is the one that's causing you issue. So you must edit this and change it to the word focal. So I'm gonna say sudo. You're gonna have to go sudo because this is system changes that you're making. Docker list here, this file. And what it's gonna do is gonna open a nano, a text editor, and open that Docker file. In this Docker file, if you go all the way to the far right hand corner, you'll see Buster here. You want to change this to word focal and stable, and press since this is nano, I'm gonna press Control X to exit, and they will ask you if you want to save it. So say yes, and then say enter. So if you do a cat now, oops, if we do a cat now, home, you'll see that the changes that you made has been applied here. So with that being said, right, if that doesn't work, that previous command doesn't work after you make those changes, you're gonna have to run this command after that. Then it will install all your dockers. Once that's done, right, you're gonna have to run a docker version check. So sudo docker, right, -- version. That this is the version as of 2022, and as part of a test, just run a docker run it hello, and you should say hello world here shortly, here like that. This indicates that your Docker downloaded the hello world image from the Docker repository or Docker hub and presented to you. And if you go Docker images ls as in list, you should see, sorry, let me clean this up. That's how you know that your Docker is working.